Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. In our yesterday's video, we have completed with the nutrition in plants. Plants have autotrophic mode of nutrition, and by the process of photosynthesis, they prepare their own food. We have discussed about the mechanism of photosynthesis. We have discussed about the conditions necessary for photosynthesis. Now we will begin with nutrition in animals. Animals have heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition means they cannot prepare their own food, but they need an external source of food, or they are dependent on other plants or other animals for their food. For example, human beings, for example cat, dog, all these have heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Not only animals, there are certain non-green plants also which eat insects. They cannot carry out photosynthesis, but they eat the insects. Example, pitcher plant, Venus flytrap. So, in the today's video, we will discuss about how nutrition occurs in animals. First of all, you must be clear about that these animals are divided into three groups on the basis of their food habits, means the type of food they eat. And these three groups are herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Herbivores, also known as plant eaters, they eat plants and plant products. Example, goat, cow, buffalo, deer, etc. Carnivores, also known as meat eaters, they eat the flesh of other animals like lion, tiger, frog, vulture, etc. Other than this, the third group is the omnivores, which can eat both plants as well as the flesh of other animals. They are known as plant eaters as well as animal eaters. Such organisms are called as omnivores. For example, human beings, cat, dog, crow, etc. All these are the omnivores. We all know beta, these plants, they are capable of synthesizing food by obtaining the energy from the sun, and this energy is transferred to the herbivores, and the furthermore energy is transferred to carnivores and as well as to the omnivores. So herbivores obtain energy from plants, carnivores obtain energy from other animals, and omnivores obtain energy from plants and animals. Now, in our first lecture at the school itself, I told you that the process of nutrition is actually consists of 5 steps. In the entire process of nutrition, we need to take care that how the organism is taking in food, and then how the complex food substance is broken down into the simpler substances. Those simpler substances must pass into the bloodstream, and they must be utilized by the organism to obtain energy or for the growth, and moreover the undigested food substance should be released out of the body. So depending upon that, entire process of nutrition is divided into 5 steps. Number 1 is ingestion. Ingestion means taking in food. This process of ingestion is done through mouth in the organisms like human beings, but organisms like amoeba, they do not have mouth. They carry out, they produce their finger-like projections called as pseudopodia. Digestion is the second step of nutrition. In this process, what happens is the complex food material, which may be the carbohydrate, which may be the protein, which may be the fats, they are the large insoluble molecules which cannot be absorbed as such. So, they are to be broken down into simpler substances. When the food containing large insoluble molecules is broken down into small soluble molecules, this step of nutrition is called digestion. Now the food has been digested. Carbohydrates, they break down into the glucose. Proteins, they break down into amino acids, and fats, they break down into the fatty acids and glycerol. But From the intestine, they are to be passed on to the bloodstream, or in case of organisms like amoeba, from the food vacuole they are to be transported into the body. This step, when the small soluble substances pass into the bloodstream, it is called as absorption. Now the blood takes these small molecules to all parts of the body. So when the absorbed food is utilized for energy, some of its part is utilized for growth and repair of the body cell. This step of nutrition is called assimilation. Now beta, the last step is the egestion. The whole food which we eat cannot be digested. Some of its part remains undigested. So this undigested food has to be thrown, has to be removed out of the body in the form, and in the human beings it is thrown in the form of, it is removed in the form of feces. So the process in which undigested food is removed out of the body is called as egestion, which is the last step of nutrition. Now beta, in nutrition in amoeba and in human beings, we will be discussing it in detail. We will be focusing on all these 5 steps. These are the general steps for the process of nutrition. Now you see how the nutrition takes place in amoeba. What is amoeba? It is a unicellular organism that lives in water, and it feeds on microscopic plants and animals which live in water. The mode of nutrition in amoeba is called as holozoic mode of nutrition. This also we have discussed when the entire food is taken in through mouth or through some other organ. This process of obtaining food is called as phagocytosis in case of amoeba. Phago means cell, cytosis means feeding. Now the 5 steps which are involved in the nutrition in amoeba are again the same ones. How they take place? Look at this diagram. The things will be more clear to you through this diagram. This is the unicellular organism amoeba. Whenever some food particle comes near it, it senses the food particle and it starts releasing the finger-like projections around the food particle. These finger-like projections beta are known as pseudopodia, and this is the first step of nutrition, that is ingestion. When the food is engulfed inside the body, a little water is also taken in, and food particle surrounded with little water forms a food vacuole inside the body of the amoeba. This is amoeba, it is the nucleus of the amoeba, and this is the food vacuole. The enzymes from the surrounding cytoplasm enter into the food vacuole and start breaking the complex food substance into the simpler substances. So this is the step called as digestion. Now the entire complex food substance has been broken down into the simpler substances. Then inside the food vacuole, the small molecules are in the greater concentration. So they start moving out of the food vacuole by the process of diffusion. So this forms the third step of nutrition called as absorption. Now the entire food has been absorbed, the food vacuole disappears. The part of the food is utilized by the amoeba for growth, and you see the amoeba grows in size. Rest of the food is utilized for obtaining energy, and when the amoeba grows in size, it is ready to reproduce by a binary fission. Now, when there is considerable amount of undigested food in the body, the cell membrane ruptures. When the cell membrane ruptures, the undigested food is thrown out of the body, and this is the last step of nutrition, that is egestion. So I hope you are clear about these 5 steps. I have written what happens in each step in these notes also. and you can go through the books pages 15 to 19 from your Lakhmir Singh. Thank you.